Hello, we are the group 7 and I am the new Acy Sidora. So, upon watching this video, you will be able to understand more about the BSP short-term monetary instrument and why is it important for the BSP to create liquidity in the financial system. So, lend us your ears together with my group mates for a while and giving you knowledge about BSP short-term monetary instruments. Enjoy watching! So these are the BSP's short-term monetary instrument that we are going to explain to you later. So first is overnight reverse purchase agreement, BSP securities, term deposit facility, standing liquidity facility, where discounting, overdraft credit line, emergency loan. So let's begin with the first monetary policy, which is the overnight reverse repurchase agreement. So, as you can see on the video, under this overnight reverse repurchase agreement, there is repurchase or repo, reverse repurchase or RRP, and overnight reverse repurchase. So, let us identify first what is repurchase. So, repurchase or repo are a common secured money market transaction. In a repo transaction, the desk purchases securities from a counterparty subject to an agreement to resell the securities at a later date. Each repo transaction is economically similar to a loan collateralized by securities and temporarily increases the supply of reserve balances in the banking system. Okay? And reverse purchase or RRP is conversely in a reverse repo transaction. The desk sells security counterparty, subject to an agreement to repurchase the securities at a later date. Reverse repo transactions temporarily reduce the supply of reserve balances in the banking system. So, kabaliktaran lang siya nung kung anong nangyari sa repurchase, kabaliktaran lang nung nangyayari din sa reverse. Kaya siya tinawag na reverse repurchase agreement. And then, on overnight reverse repurchase agreement naman, so to support the policy objectives of Federal Open Market Committee, so they establish repo and reverse repo facilities, which is now called the overnight reverse repo facility. So this helps provide a floor under overnight interest rates by acting as an alternative investment for a broad base of money market investors. So when rates fall below the interest on reserve balances rate. Okay. So next is term deposit facility. So it says here that term deposit can withdraw their funds only after the term ends. And there is a penalty for early withdrawal of term deposits. So, let us define first what is a term deposit. So, with a term deposit, you locked away an amount of money for an agreed length of time, which is the term. So, that means you can't access the money until the term is up. In return, you'll get a guaranteed rate of interest for the term you select, so you'll know exactly what the return on your money will be. And when we say term deposit facility, it is a program through which the Federal Reserve banks offer interest-bearing term deposits to eligible institutions. A term deposit is a deposit with a specific maturity date. So, the term deposit facility was established to facilitate the conduct of monetary policy by providing a tool that may be used to manage the aggregate quantity of reserve balances held by depository institutions. So, an increase in term deposits outstanding drains reserve balances because funds to pay for them are removed from the accounts of participating institutions for the life of the term deposits. Okay, guys. So that's all for our term deposit facility.
Hello, I'm Angelie Mae Tabago. So what is BSP securities? BSP securities are monetary instrument issued by the BSP for its monetary policy implementation. and liquidity management operation to steer short-term market interest rates towards the policy rate and influence liquidity condition in the financial system. The BSP offers both BSP bills and BSP bonds. The BSP conducts auction of BSP securities on a weekly basis or as necessary depending on market appetite and prevailing liquidity condition as well as latest liquidity forecast. BSP securities can be used in open market operation in the purchase agreement, reverse repurchase agreement, and overnight repurchase agreement. BSP can buy and sell different kinds of security if needed. By doing that, the central bank can actually already manipulate the money supply. The issuance of securities by the BSP absorb excess liquidity from financial system by locking funds in longer term.
Now let's hop to the next instrument, which is standing liquidity facilities. Yung mga standing liquidity facilities na to, o yung lending, pagpapairam, at deposit ay available sa demand para sa mga qualified counterparties during PSP business hours in order to help them adjust yung kanilang mga liquidity position at the end of the day. Ang mga instruments na to ay available sa mga bangko at their own initiative nang walang restrictions sa ilalim ng mga normal circumstances. They consist of instruments providing and absorbing overnight liquidity. The interest rates on these instruments provide the corridor in which the money market interest rates can fluctuate. Ano nga ba yung use or the use of standing liquidity facility in PSP? Ang standing liquidity facility ay intended to provide ng improved confidence ng eligible financial institution facing liquidity stress ay magkakaroon ng access sa central bank liquidity on terms that are known in advance. For the next instrument is overdraft credit line. What is overdraft credit line nga ba? The BSP also makes available an overdraft credit line sa mga bangkong participating directly in the clearing operations of the Philippine Clearing House Corporation para mag-cover ng mga shortfall sa loob ng mga bank's demands deposit account with the BSP arising clearing operations. Ang BSP ini-impose ang ceiling on the amount of overdraft a bank may incur dahil sa failure na i-cover ang clearing losses sa pamamagitan ng interbank borrowings at o kaya repurchase agreements with BSP. Ang overdraft by isang loan or advance. Ang overdraft ay tulad din ng ibang mga utang or loan. Bakit? Yung account holder, nagbabayad siya ng interest on it, it will typically be charged sa isang one-time insufficient funds fee. Ang overdraft protection ay intended or provided ng ibang mga bangko sa mga customer when their account reaches zero. What happens here is that iniiwasan yung insufficient funds pero often includes interest and other fees. Lastly, the use of overdraft credit line. Ang pinakamadaling paraan para mag-guarantee ng mga pending transactions, it goes through an overdraft credit line of credit. Itong short-term borrowing facility, kino-cover niya ang pending transactions if there is not enough money in your checking.
Hello everyone, I'm Jessica Joy Bondoc, and now we will talk about the BSP's short-term instruments, specifically rediscounting. So first, how does the rediscounting cycle go? So yung bank nag-offer sila ng loans to EUBs na nag-execute ng credit instruments such as bills of exchange, drafts, and promissory notes in the bank's favor. The bank that rediscounts its EUB's credit instrument by endorsing them in the BSP's favor, and then therefore, yung BSP niyan magpapahiram sila ng pera sa bangko equal sa percentage ng face value or outstanding balance ng EUB's credit instrument. So, ano nga ba ang use ng rediscounting? Kailan siya ginagamit? Para saan? So, ginagamit ng BSP ang rediscount facility as an instrument to influence the volume of credit in the financial system and to act as the... So, number 1, short-term safety valve for the banking system when the aggregate supply for reserves fall short of demand, or number 2, when banking institutions meet an unexpected shortage of reserves or funding for their temporary liquidity needs. And last, what papers are eligible for rediscounting? First, yung commercial credits. Second, production credits. And last, yung other credits. Yung other credits, yun yung mga special credit instruments na hindi discountable under commercial and production credits, such as but not limited to microfinance, housing loans, services, agricultural loans, medium and long-term loans covered by credit instruments with maturities of not more than 10 years from the date of rediscount. So, yun lang po. Thank
For
you.
our last topic, we have emergency loan. An emergency loan is a form of cash that can be used to meet your cost in the event of a big unplanned expense. There are a few different sorts of emergency loans, but almost all of them have extremely short duration, often weeks or months, as well as exorbitant interest rates and costs. It may not always be able to plan your finances such that you have an emergency fund for unforeseen expenses. An emergency loan can be the only option accessible to prevent an even worse issue when crises arise when you least anticipate them. So how BSP use emergency loan? The emergency loan or advance in banking institution is governed by the provisions of Sections 84 to 88 of Republic Act No. 7653, otherwise known as the New Central Bank Act. And the BSP extends financial assistance to banking institutions in the form of fully secured emergency loan as a temporary remedial measure to help solvent banks overcome their liquidity problems arising from causes beyond. So why is it important for the BSP to create liquidity in the financial system? We have 3 reasons given on why. First is to help economic activity function smoothly. The BSP manages the money supply and ensures financial stability. And third one is to ensure households, businesses, and government have enough cash. It is also liquidity is a fundamental to well-being of financial institutions, particularly banking. It determines the growth and development of banks as it ensures proper functioning of financial markets. That's all, everyone. Thank you for watching.